Hello, folks. I'm Mr. Bitter. It's time for 12 weeks with the pros. Thanks to those of you that are tuning in. I got to apologize for yesterday. There was a little bit of a scheduling miscommunication between Painuser and myself, so we were not able to do TVP yesterday. But we are going to go ahead and jump into Terran versus Zerg today. Painuser was just messaging me on Skype, and I'm just going to tell him that I'm ready to call if he's ready to take my call. And we're going to start talking about Terran versus Zerg today. This event is actually not posted on the TL calendar, which makes me a little bit sad. The reason for that is I just was not sure if it was going to happen. There was a pretty big blunder on my part in communicating this whole thing with Taylor, and I didn't know if he'd be able to get the schedule set. So we'll definitely have it posted on the calendar for tomorrow and probably for Thursday. And yeah, so as soon as he gives me the go ahead, I'll ring him up, and we're gonna get to some Terran versus Zerg discussion going down in here. So hopefully you aspiring Terran players are as excited as I am to be seeing the other side of it. So Painuser will be on in just a few short minutes. I'm going to play one more song, and then we will get started. Whoop, he's calling me. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Painuser, how are you, dude?
I am good. It's a sunny day in California right now.
And you sound like you're just stretching and getting ready to take it all in.
I only woke up like 2 hours ago, so
Yeah, dude, I was taking a nap right before I hopped on to get this thing going. So thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Actually, I feel kind of like a dunce because I didn't post this on the TL calendar today, so sad face. I guess people will have to watch the VODs because there will not be as much of a big flashing icon saying "Watch us live." So apologies for that, but
I could probably get Hotbed to throw it up there for you.
if you want to shout at him, I'm not going to tell you not to.
All right, hold on a sec. What's it, Mr. Bitter's stream, and then what's the
12 weeks with the 12 weeks with the Painuser is what it's going to be today. So we're going to be talking about Terran versus Zerg today, man. So I know you're kind of splitting your attention a little bit, but if you can do more than one thing at a time, and you're a StarCraft player, so you should be able to. Talk to me about how you feel about this matchup right now, TvZ.
Hold on one sec. I'm asking Hotbed if he can.
Okay. Multitasking.
Can feature. All right. We're talking about TvZ.
Yeah, man.
Um, TvZ as a whole right now is very difficult, especially for me lately. Infestors, man, have been
Yeah.
giving fucking nightmares, dude.
Yep. I've been all my Terran buddies, the Terran players on VT, have just universally been, on vent crying about infestors lately. I'll even go so far as to say some of them have been screaming OP. Is it breaking the matchup right now?
I mean, you can definitely still win, but the big deal is that like obviously the infestors lead to a lot less marine usage,
Hmm.
so you're gonna have to go heavier on factory units. So you're gonna have to have a really, really high siege tank count, and you're gonna have a really high Thor Hellion count.
Hmm.
So it yields to the mech play because you don't want to lose packs of 20 marines to fungal growth all game long.
Right. And then that
And
opens up the
then
Broodlord tech.
yeah, exactly. So people are just going infestor, and infestors are a natural tech pattern towards hive anyway. So
Hmm.
you're getting that super early infestation pit. You can get your hive that much earlier, and it's just like all those things. It just makes Zerg much more streamlined, I feel like.
Yeah. I'm a Zerg player, so from a Zerg player's perspective, it's kind of nice to have a unit that we can make that it's kind of like it's kind of like a don't attack me unit. It's a keep away button of sorts. But I gotta say, I do feel like it's really changed the matchup a lot. And I feel for Terran players because as a Zerg player, I hate playing against a Protoss player who just sits in his base and turtles until he's got his ideal army and then rolls out. And I feel like that's kind of what Zergs are doing these days. Is that what you're seeing at the highest level?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's okay, so Hoppet just told me to have you submit the event
Yeah,
for a
I can.
random date, correct time. So just submit it for a random date, but the correct time, and then just tell me the like date and time, and then he'll throw it up on the calendar for you.
Man, Hotbit is the man. So I will do that as soon as Team Liquid becomes available to me. We're unable to handle your request right now. What is happening that's got so much traffic on Team Liquid? It must be Painuser. It must be Painuser. All right, so I will submit that as I am trying to ask you these questions. And oh my God, what the fuck?
Just Skype me the details whenever you have it.
I will do that. So, all right. So as I'm doing this, we're saying that yeah, it's kind of turned into this situation where Zerg can kind of sit in their base, secure a third on most maps relatively easily. But honest to God, it's not out of the question to get Hive on two bases, and and then I have to figure out the time right now. That would be 1800 Eastern time. Bam. All right. And
Indeed.
I'll do that for Saturday the 30th. TvZ. Description. Paying user comes on to talk about the Terran approach to TvZ in the wake of the new infestor changes. Oh yeah, that sounds good. All right. So, add a link. Man, we are just shooting from the hip today.
Absolutely. It's the best
And
way to do it with esports shows, man.
hell yeah.
Just
Hey, we're
fly by
doing the
wire.
show. Put it up now.
That's what everybody does.
All right.
Everybody's just all in that same boat right now, man. It's like maybe a year from now, there's going to be actual like ESPN type shows, but
Dude, IPL is already moving in that direction, and I know you've got some affiliation with that.
I do
So,
indeed.
uh,
I actually really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun.
man, it's been a blast getting to see it. Okay, so I just
Um,
Skyped you the date and the time. So hopefully,
but okay, here, let me.
all right. So I apologize for that digression. Your event was approved and is now listed. Hotbid is all over it, and there it is on the calendar. Heck yes. So thank you, Hotbid. You are a baller. A funny story. When we were in Dallas at the bar at the big after party after the whole tournament was over,
Hmm.
I was hanging out with I was there and you were there. We were all drinking and having a good time,
Indeed.
and Hotbid was there, and this is embarrassing. I don't know why I'm telling this story. And so I was drunk, man. I'd been drinking beer, and then Rhett
I
started
was
buying me whiskey,
I was right there with you, brother.
and then the house from spazcraft.com was buying me tequila, and so whiskey and tequila, not something you want to mix ever. And so I'm
It's
I'm three
so
sheets to the wind, and I walk up to Hotbit and I go, Edward